Hi, I'm Aakriti and welcome to MediaNama. Today, we are breaking down the 2025 overhaul of the EU's General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, and why it matters far beyond Europe, including here in India. So, the European Commission is updating the GDPR throughout 2025, its first major refresh since the law came into force in 2018. The idea is to simplify compliance, especially for small and medium businesses, while tightening rules around AI, international data flows, and enforcement. But since the GDPR applies to any company handling EU citizens' data, it's not just an EU issue, it's a global one. So, what exactly is the GDPR? It's the EU's flagship privacy law setting out how personal data should be collected, used, and stored. It gives users the right to access their data, correct it, delete it, move it between services, or limit how it's processed. For companies, it comes with obligations around transparency, data minimization, and strong security. Also, heavy penalties for non-compliance. Now, the upcoming update makes four big changes. Number one, simpler rules for SMEs, easier documentation and record keeping. Number two is greater scrutiny on AI systems, especially profiling and automated decision making. Third, the EU is setting stronger guardrails for international data transfers, especially after the Privacy Shield agreement between the EU and US was struck down by courts for not offering strong enough privacy protections. Now, the EU wants clearer rules and tighter safeguards for how personal data is transferred across borders, especially to countries like the US, where surveillance laws may clash with EU privacy standards. Last but not the least is more unified enforcement so all EU countries follow the rules consistently. The goal is clear: modernize the law, reduce compliance fatigue, and still keep privacy protection strong. Here's something we didn't cover in the original article. The GDPR update is also happening alongside the EU's AI Continent Action Plan. That plan is all about boosting AI infra and unlocking access to data. But GDPR, especially in its updated form, still limits how data can be reused, even when anonymized. And as we reported earlier, there's still no clear coordination between the GDPR and the AI Act, which regulates high risk AI systems. So, while the EU is investing in AI, its regulatory framework hasn't fully caught up. This matters for India too. Our Digital Personal Data Protection Act, passed in 2023, is still in early implementation, and while it's inspired by GDPR, the Data Protection Board isn't active yet, and many compliance rules are pending. The EU's approach shows how privacy frameworks must keep pace with innovation. India's policymakers will need to decide how we handle things like AI oversight, global data transfers, and cross sector enforcement sooner rather than later. To sum it up, the GDPR 2025 update is about more than privacy. It's about making regulation smarter, clearer, and future ready. And for countries like India, it's a reminder that governance isn't a one time exercise. It needs to evolve with the tech it's meant to protect us from. Thanks for watching. For more policy breakdowns and digital rights reporting, stay tuned to MediaNama.